What up, Geek Squad? It is coming into 2023, and with Elon buying Twitter, who knows what's going to happen with DOGECOIN? Maybe now's a good time to start mining it. So, how do you mine DOGECOIN in 2023? If this is something you're interested in seeing, stick around. Let's get to it. So before we get into this, first want to ask to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing to the channel. This is the kind of stuff you want to see. So let's check it out. So I'm not going to go super deep down the DOGECOIN rabbit hole of what it is and why you would want it over something else. If you've come this far, you've decided you do want to mine DOGECOIN. So here's how you do it. So first things first, a couple of things you're going to need to actually mine DOGECOIN directly, not using a profit switching service like Unmineable or Zerkpool or something like that, where it takes whatever hash rate you have available and pays you out in insert coin here. I do have a video about that coming, so stick around for that one. You're going to need hardware to start. First things first, you're going to need a ASIC, an actual application specific integrated circuit, purpose-built machine built for mining crypto. To power that, you're going to need a power supply. This is actually the one I recommend. Typically, when you buy an ASIC, it will come with a power supply, something like that. Like if you buy them, on eBay or Amazon or something like that, typically they will come with it. And then of course you're going to need an Ethernet cable, really just about anything you got laying around that's over Cat5. Here is where you're going to plug up your power supply to your actual ASIC. Now, when you're plugging these in, don't just jam it in there like what's her name on prom night. Give it a little wiggle, let the connections seat themselves, and then push it firmly until it clicks. If you're going to jam it in there, you might pop out one of the pins that actually makes the connections and screw some things up or short some things out. So these hash boards each have two 6-pin connectors on them, and then the control board has one 6-pin connector on it as well. Pretty simple. You're going to want to plug up your Ethernet that goes to your switch or router, however it gets out to the internet, and plug it in. Yeah, so you're going to plug it in, turn it on, it's going to power up, it's going to be loud. Kind of like when you plug in a server, fans spin up and then they kind of calm down. All right, now that you've got your ASIC plugged in, ready to go, you have to find it and log into it. So typically the easiest way to do this is to log directly into your router. You can use something like Angry IP Scanner, where it scans the network and tells you all the IP addresses with open ports, non-open ports, and typically under host name here it'll say Antminer, or on your DHCP list it'll also say Antminer. So we're going to copy, paste, and go to the IP address of your ASIC. Now, yours by default may not look like this. This is a custom firmware that's put out there by Hivon, which has advantages. You can manage it through your single Hive dashboard, as well as kind of modding it to allow for extra hash rates at the cost of higher power usage. What you're going to want to do is come over here to miner configuration. Yours also might show up with, especially if you buy it used, it might show up with some pool URLs already populated. DOGECOIN and Litecoin use the same algorithm, so you really merge mine DOGECOIN and Litecoin at the same time. So that being said, you're going to want to come to miningpoolstats.stream. You'll find the coin you want, in this case DOGECOIN really, or Litecoin, but we're going to pick Doge, and these are going to be the different pools that you have available. One thing to keep in mind when picking one of these pools, as pool mining, not solo mining, you get paid a portion of whatever you're contributing to the pool. You get paid out that percentage when a block is found. Some of these pools that are way down here that have hardly any kind of hash rate on them, you're probably not going to get paid very often or consistently because they may not be finding the amount of blocks that some of the larger pools are. That being said, the point of cryptocurrencies is the decentralization part, right? Give the power to the people kind of thing. Maybe don't choose one of the highest rated pools that has the most hash rate here. I mean, that's really up to you. So a couple of pools that I would recommend and why would be litecoinpool.org. And the reason for that is it pays out in all Litecoin. You will mine Litecoin and Dogecoin at the same time, and it auto converts the Dogecoin into Litecoin and pays you in all Litecoin. And with Litecoin Pool, they have a 0% pool fee, which is pretty sweet. F2 Pool is pretty dependable as well. It's been around for a long time, and you can get paid out in Litecoin and Dogecoin separately. And then there's always the Z pools and the Zerg pools. Anyway, so you find the pool you want to go to. A lot of these you actually have to register for. Again, not a big fan of it, but sometimes it's a necessary evil. So if you go to Litecoin, you can pretty much see it's the same pools. No, Binance had a pool. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so we're gonna go find our pool, do your own research, find your own pool that's gonna work for your needs, whatever they are. All right, so we've got our miner set up, ready to accept a pool URL. We're gonna use F2 Pool as an example. When you set this up for yourself, you're gonna go through 2FA process. You're gonna set it up with your account. When you get it created, you're gonna go to account settings and your payout settings. This is where you're going to put some your Litecoin address and your Dogecoin address. And there's lots of different wallets out there. I recommend a Ledger wallet. We'll actually have a quick, easy link down to my Amazon storefront, which doesn't cost you anything extra, but has, you know, ledgers and Trezors down there, and the kickback helps the channel. So I would appreciate it if you want to use that link. So you're going to put that in. You're going to have to do 2FA in order to activate the payout address. When you've got that all said and done, you're going to come over here to workers. We could create a group for workers if you've got more than one. This will give you a little bit of information about your hash rates over the last however long, real time, the last 1 day. We're going to copy each of these here to the pool URL. So the first one, the second one, and then the third one. These 2 and 3 are just failovers in case the first pool goes down. Essentially what F2 Pool does is you are mining to the pool's wallet, and then when you hit a threshold, it's going to auto pay to whatever wallet you put in your payout configuration. We're going to do account name .worker. We'll put in a password here, and we're going to do this for all 3. And then we're just going to hit save and apply. We'll see that our bar is spinning over here, and we can check the status under miner status. We'll see that this is going to change from 0 to whatever mega hash we have set up on the miner. Now this does of course take a couple of minutes to ramp up and start working, so to speak. And we'll notice that here we've got our URL and our user information all set up here. We can see that it's, yep, there we are. We're starting to hash real time, average hash rates. And fairly soon we will be able to see that ramping up here on the chart at F2 Pool's site. So we can also see that it is connected because our worker is online here, and it's only, you know, give it a minute, it'll start registering that there's more hashes here. And that's it. That's how you mine Dogecoin and Litecoin, merge mining of course, in 2023 using F2 Pool. There's other pools out there that are just as easy to get set up with. Some are easier, some are anonymous, Let me know what you think about this video and about mining Dogecoin and Litecoin using this method. Check out some of the other videos that I have on this same type of topic. In fact, I've got one that is comparing a couple of different profit switching pools that you're not going to want to miss. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Consider subscribing to the channel if this is the kind of stuff that you enjoy. And of course, thanks for watching.